Trustee Jensen.
Right here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
Trustee Otterson.
Here.
Trustee Siddick.
Here.
Trustee Wells is absent. Attorney Ferrolo.
Here.
Mayor Hucker.
Here.
And Clerk McDonald is present.
All right, if you'd rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, liberty, I don't know. Reading the news tonight, I don't know.
Oh, did you want to say something for public comment?
Oh, don't get me started.
Shut off his microphone.
Well, as I poll the audience, I see my lovely bride, I see the chief, and I see the lieutenant in the audience. Is there any public that would wish to comment on agenda items? I didn't expect any. We'll move on to the consent agenda tonight, which includes two items: the approval of the village board regular meeting minutes of August 26, 21, and bills presented for payment in the amount of $422,648.57. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Then I'll
Go for
second
it.
his move.
1 and 2.
I got a
I'll take
motion, a
second banana
and
here.
a
His move.
third. I'll let you sort that one.
Okay.
Put all 3 names down.
All right, I'll be quiet the rest of it.
All right, any discussion on the consent agenda? All right, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Otterson.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Motion carries. Nothing terribly substantial on the mayor's report tonight. I'm sure I'll think of something, but I talk all the time. Reports from trustees. Up first is our finance chair, Trustee Jensen.
I don't have much to report tonight, except this weekend is my graduating class's 51st reunion, so I'd suggest that police officers be extra vigilant. There's going to be a lot of inebriated old-timers out on the street.
Oh, boy.
He's writing a note.
Will your caregivers be there, too?
That we're going to have wheelchair races. That concludes my report.
Okay. Next up, Parks and Rec Committee, Trustee Gust.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to make a form of a motion authorizing acceptance of proposal from Tech Systems for the installation of security cameras at Founder's Park in an amount not to exceed $15,848.72, which is going to upgrade our cameras, which will be able to get close pictures of license plates, which basically we're looking for, so.
Okay. We have a motion by Trustee Gust,
Second.
second by Trustee Miller. Discussion.
Quick question, yeah, now, does this not include the license plate, this is not the license plate monitoring company, is it? That we're looking at those two that you're...
Not monitoring, but this is just...
This is merely-
just record.
Okay, got it, okay. And I was pleased to see, I was a little bit anxious that this had an ongoing commitment in terms of annual, as a lot of these things do, and it doesn't.
No.
So, it's a chunk of money, but at least it's a one-time chunk,
Yeah.
except for maintenance.
Right.
That's all I have, thanks.
Yeah, I look at it as a long-term investment,
Yes.
really. But I do have a question. What's the plan for monitoring? What the camera's recording? Is it going to be
Right,
as occurrences happen or just on a regular?
We'll be notified once we learn how to operate the system, but we'll be notified if there's incidents that have happened there. And at that point, we can call it up remotely and take a look and see what happens. And, we'll be able to get police any information, or, ourselves for that matter, in a, mostly real-time basis, so.
And my only other concern was, I thought I had heard there's going to be something placed on top of one of our existing light poles. And is there any need to worry about the trees that are around the flagpole getting in the way of the view?
No, we had the proposals, the companies that were doing the proposals come out, and we talked through all the issues with them. So Just as in more detailed information, adding to what Trustee Gus said, the cameras are going to be located, there's going to be 2 360 cameras that are going to get the entire parking lot. They have multiple cameras internally, so the entire parking lot's going to be covered. Those will be mounted on existing light poles on the west side of the parking lot. That's all going to be connected to an upgraded system that's going to be still housed in the concession stand restroom building, but we're going to have Wi-Fi access to that, and we'll have the internet access to that system, so we'll be able to see what's on the cameras. We're going to have an additional camera that is going to point down from one of the light poles also at the entrance, so we'll be able to record vehicles coming in and out. It's, as Trustee Jensen had alluded to, we're not going to have it, it's not detecting and reading license plates and then getting feedback immediately. It's just to record the history of who's going in and out, but it's going to focus directly on them. And we consulted with them on the location for everything to ensure that everything was covered. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Are we discussing any signage to raise awareness that people are being monitored?
We had talked about that, but I don't think we've concluded that there was going to be any additional signage, but, we can do that. It's
Anytime.
not that
Yeah.
a problem too, so.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All right. Roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen,
Aye.
Trustee Miller,
Aye.
Trustee Addison,
Aye.
Trustee Siddick,
Aye.
Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And that ends my report.
Thank you, sir. Next up, Trustee Wells is absent. Is there any report on behalf of Building Planning and Zoning? Okay. We'll move on to Public Relations and Intergovernmental Committee. Trustee Miller.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just wanted to remind everybody that probably we all are very aware that 20 years ago, come Saturday, it's very hard to believe, but that's the anniversary of 9/11, terrorist attack on our country, hard to forget, but we have some gentlemen from our fire and our police departments here, first responders. The incredible job that the first responders did on that day is almost unfathomable. You think about people usually run away from danger, and these people, it's their job to run towards danger, to run into danger, to save other lives while they risk their own. And I just think we're, very fortunate that we have people like that we can count on in times of tragedy, and grateful to still be a member of this country. And democracy isn't free, right?
For sure.
We're blessed to have it, but with democracy comes a lot of other obligations. And that's it. That ends my report.
Thank you. And I concur. Public Safety Committee, Trustee Siddick.
Thank you. Just like to mention, we have a Public Safety Committee meeting coming up Tuesday the 14th, I believe at 11 o'clock, in a lower level, down here, okay. Yeah, perfect, thank you.
Okay.
And is there anything that the Sheriff's Office would like to mention, or the Fire Department? Okay. And I think, isn't there an air show going on this weekend as well, on September 11th?
Yep.
Right, I'm not sure what the time is on that, or if they're going to be,
I think the gates open at 9, and I believe the air show starts at noon, something like that.
Yes, Mayor, that's correct, yeah.
Yep.
do we know of any additional road closings other than Green Bay?
There's no road closures. I consulted with Lieutenant Cavelli and Coonan, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name right now. The folks over there coordinating the show, and they are not doing any road closures, and that was always the plan. They did find, I went through the website today and saw that they had Green Bay Road listed for closure, which they had done in previous years, but they are not closing Green Bay Road either. So there are no road closures still. So.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
And that ends my report.
Thank you. Next up is the Public Works Committee, the husband of Diane Otterson, whose birthday it is today, by the way.
Yes.
And
Would
so
you like
happy
me to dial her
birthday.
up so you can sing to her? or
If
no?
you would have brought her, I would have sang personally.
Oh.
A cappella even. whatever that means.
I will tell her that, and I'm sure will be glad she did not.
Yep,
Sorry she missed it, is what I meant.
yeah, that's what you meant to say, yeah. Say that out loud.
I just wanted to mention that Mr. Spencer brought up a truck with a chipper behind it this evening. If anyone has brush in their cars and would like it chipped, that can be arranged afterwards, or it's the newest truck and the new chipper. The chipper's probably got more miles on it than you would have anticipated at this point, because it's gotten a decent amount of use since it was purchased, but that's here for show and tell purposes tonight, if anyone's interested.
Looks fancy.
Yeah, it does look fancy. It is. Nice and shiny. But other than that, I have no report. Thank you.
And I have no report on behalf of the TIF committee, so there's no agenda items under staff reports. Any late-breaking news?
No, I was just going to comment too that, thank you for mentioning that, Trustee Otterson, that the 2 vehicles are outside, so please take an opportunity. Those are the latest purchases with the capital and, showing your diligence in keeping up with the equipment needs so we can properly service the residents. So they're out there for you to climb over or
Well, Pat
add
made
brush.
it pretty clear
We
that
can get Pat to operate it.
it's not a touch-a-truck event because he doesn't want all the fingerprints all over it, but we're welcome to look at the truck.
I'm sorry, Pat, I didn't know I
No
wasn't
test
supposed to touch it.
Take pictures.
And the keys are not in it, Richard, so don't even...
Oh, sure.
What was the cost of that truck? I had a question about that earlier.
Yeah, the total for both of those combined, the truck, it was 174, right, and 61,000 for the chipper, so those were the expenditures on those.
Yep. Rolling stock is not cheap, but that rolling stock there will
Well
outlive
used.
many of us.
Because of the fine care that it receives from
Yes.
the Public Works Department.
Yes,
Definitely.
without a doubt.
That's what I meant,
Our equipment lasts much longer than your average Public Works equipment, so
yes.
hats off to the crew.
All right. We have no old business or new business. Back to the citizens addressing the board about anything? No?
Tomorrow's your birthday?
I'm not singing to myself.
Ooh, she snuck that right in.
That's what,
Should I call and see if Diane wants to sing to him?
oh boy.
Under the
They can
sort of
harmonize.
new business category or staff reports, I believe I saw in the Friday report that the PB&Z denied recommended denial of the grocery store on Sheridan Road.
The PZC actually could not forward a recommendation because the vote was 2-2. There was only 4 members in attendance, and the motion was to recommend approval to the board. However, because it was a 2-2 tie, they did not forward a recommendation. However, that's not a recommended denial, so.
We will have that on the agenda.
It will come to us then.
Board.
Okay.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, good deal. I was just wondering what the rationale for that was.
Yeah, unfortunately, lacking a final, a decisive vote, all we can do is speculate. We'll make sure that we get as much information as possible out to the board as soon as possible.
Well, I know we'll get the 48-page,
I don't know, we didn't have a
Cliff's
short
notes.
reporter this one, did
I
we?
think it's a little longer than that, so.
Probably best to wait for the meeting where you consider this, as you will be the
Yes.
final decision maker
Yes.
to go through the evidence.
yeah, I always like to hear the committee's recommendation, so in this case, it's coin toss.
Coin toss, exactly.
Thanks.
All right, we have no cause for executive session tonight, so we're down to that.
Mayor,
Yes,
it'd be my pleasure to offer a motion to adjourn.
Second.
we have a motion by trustee, what's your name? Jensen. Second by trustee,
Go ahead.
Regina.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good enough.
thank you. You know, if we could just turn those name tags in, I'm still learning your names. It takes me a little while. Roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Addison.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick. Aye. Trustee Gust.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries, we're adjourned. Thank you for your 15 minutes and,
That was the best 15 minutes of the
Hey, it was fun.
yeah.